Hi, I'm Rich. I live and work here in Newlyn. Spent quite a lot of my time working in and around the industry and working in my family business just over the road, Trelawney Fish. Kind of seen a lot of the sides of the industry, and I think campaigns like the Fish to Your Door are really important to help people understand the choices that they make when they go into a fishmonger and what kind of industry that's supporting. It's been amazing to see the support over the last few months that people are really buying more fish from small local businesses, which are really they're the backbone of the industry. Just through the gaps there behind me, you can see the bay, and these sardines here will have been fished last night by one of only 13 boats that are fishing really sustainably with kind of really traceable methods where there's hardly any bycatch, really targeted to just one species, which is abundant and local. So if you're going to be eating something here when you come and visit, or if you're looking for what to buy, I think you're going to get a much better experience if you look for what really belongs to the place where you're buying your fish. And I think that's probably the most important thing. You can kind of talk about recipes and fishing methods and whatever, but I think the really interesting thing is that sort of sense of place with it and that history, and the Cornish sardine has that, and it is just right there in the bay. It's been an important part of Newlyn for centuries. I mean, definitely the methods and techniques have changed. The names changed too. I think quite a lot of the old boys will probably tell you off for calling it a Cornish sardine because it should be called a pilchard. I don't think you need a recipe to cook fish. You just need good fish. I mean, I don't really think that can be improved on. Right? There's just the flavour of that is incredible. Just going to cook a few on the barbecue and watch the smoke come up and enjoy the taste. Get your barbecue really nice and hot. Don't be shy with the salt, put way more on than what you'd think, because it's going to kind of cook away on the barbecue and it will flake off. That is going to create the flavour when that mingles with the fat and the oils of the fish. I've gutted these myself, but you can probably get your fishmonger to do that. It's easy enough to do at home, it's just a bit messy, and they're just ready to go on the barbecue. Just don't be too afraid with it, just chuck them on. So all that nice oil in the fish is what's making it kind of smoke, and it will probably fire up the flames a little bit, but that's also what's going to give it that amazing flavour and the kind of goodness, the oils and things in the fish. There's another good reason to eat them, and that smells just amazing as well. I think just that transports you to somewhere else. So I think more people should have these on the barbecue at home instead of just sausages and burgers. So yeah, once they've been on for a while and got a bit of a crust, you can sort of confidently just turn them. I mean, it doesn't matter if you lose a little bit of the skin on the barbecue. It's a pretty rustic kind of style of cooking. I don't think anyone's going to, you're not going to lose any points for having a bit of skin stuck to the grill. You know, if you're cooking a barbecue for quite a few people, it's a really affordable option, so you can eat really good food for not very much money. You know, if you're down here on holiday in Cornwall, go and buy some sardines from your local fishmonger, sit on the beach and grill them. You might even, if you sit somewhere along Mounts Bay, you might even see the boats fishing for the fish that you're eating. I think the thing about these when they're fresh is that the taste isn't too strong. I think people think of oily fish as being very fishy, but if it's fresh, it's not fishy. So if you get the chance to be down here and buy them when they're like a day out of the sea, it's pretty accessible in terms of flavour. A good squeeze of lemon and some more salt on top. If you're cooking and eating these casually, you don't really, don't worry about cutlery. If you've got a plate or a bit of paper to eat it out of, just kind of get stuck in with your hands. I think that's the best way to eat it. It's way too fiddly with a knife and fork. It just comes really nicely off the bone, and just eat it like that. Don't worry too much about the small bones. They're really not going to do you any harm. And once you've eaten that first side, sort of flake away, should just flake away from the other side of the fillet. And you've just got that bit there, just like pretty perfect mouthful. Mop it up with some bread afterwards. I think that's pretty hard to beat. It's definitely in the running for one of my favourite fish. Just really nice to enjoy, like as it is, just really simply with some friends. Some sardines for you guys.
Delicious.
Yeah, really good.